Hi everyone, we're Jane and James and we're the authors of The Handbook, Surviving and Living with Climate Change. So you might have heard there was some big news over the weekend. Nearly 200 nations signed a new global climate deal in Paris. But no, that's not the end of climate change.
So yeah, with 3 or 4 degrees of warming that we're still heading for, unless things get a lot better, we are still thinking about how we might survive climate change ourselves and what we can do to prepare ourselves. So we had a chat to our friends at Living Roots and we've asked for some of your suggestions about how you cope when the power goes out. We've heard quite a lot about how if there are big bushfires, if there are floods, if there are summer storms, if there are heat waves, often one of the casualties of that is power supply. So you might lose your electricity for a few hours, for a day, or sometimes even for a week or two. What will you do if that happens to your house?
I have no idea.
Yeah, me.
We got an excellent entry from Lee Fuller, who lives in the Dandenong Ranges, and she said that the power is regularly going out, and she says make sure the phones are charged, break out the camping lights, work out what we'll have for dinner that doesn't require power. She has a gas cooker. She also says, and this is a very good tip, make sure that the cars have at least half a tank full of fuel.
That's particularly useful if you live somewhere where you might need to evacuate due to a bushfire or a flood. It's good to know that you always have a fair bit of fuel in the car, so if you have to get out in a hurry, you don't have to try and get to a petrol station as well. One of the other entries that we really liked was from Isabel Morris. We liked Isabel's entry because she too has been through this situation quite a few times herself. She's been evacuated due to severe flooding on her property in the Central Highlands in Queensland. So she reckons that one of the best things to do is not wait until you're actually in danger. Leave when you know that there may be trouble on the way. She says it's really important to keep your mind stimulated if you've been evacuated. She says that when you're in a small space with a lot of other people, like an evacuation centre, don't play tense family board games because you can get really stressed out. I thought that was pretty good advice. We didn't think of that sort of thing because neither of us have been in an evacuation centre.
That's true, but I have played Articulate and it's been very intense. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Tin foods, she said, are great because they last the longest. So if you have to leave, take what you can. But remember that often you're not going to be able to heat things up, so it's good to have things that aren't too gross when they're cold. I like baked beans cold. Keeping busy physically and mentally is really important to keep you sane during those situations.
And our final entry is from Jodie Miller, who says her family has a storm plan and we have the capacity to communicate via a number of different channels, which is a really good idea because, I mean, the number one thing in a disaster is you want to know where all the people that you care about are. She says, again, you've got to stay sane. It's the best time to clean the house, cull the clutter, hunker down and play board games, tell stories and enjoy some quality family time.
I love the idea of cleaning the house when you're trapped in
I
the
do
house.
too.
It's like, well, we might as well do it now.
Yeah.
I guess it could be fun, I suppose, if you're stuck in the house.
And to stay functional, she says, stay busy and get stuff done, or enjoy some downtime and reflect on the wonder and awe of nature and the power of our weather and the insignificance of humankind in the grand scheme of life.
Yeah, I really liked that one. I liked the idea that rather than trying to keep yourself busy like most people think about in that situation, I like that she's taken this time to relax. For once, you don't have to be in contact with everyone. You don't have to be worrying about getting work done. You don't have to worry about what people are saying about you on Twitter. You can just chill out and go, wow, isn't nature amazing?
So I guess we should announce the winner of this copy of the handbook. And the winner is Jodie Miller. So
thanks, Jodie.
Thanks, Jodie, and thank you everyone for entering soon.
Thanks to Living Roots for running the competition.
Thank you, Living Roots.